Hi, Kevin Coop here, and this is FaceTime with the Content Guy. Now, you may remember that I stood in pretty much this spot earlier this year. It was January. It was considerably colder, and I talked about how thrilled I was that Shake Shack is coming to my town. It's been operating now for about 6 months, and I gotta tell you, it's a great company to have operating in town, and they've been terrifically successful. But that doesn't mean that everything has come off without a hitch. I actually had a bad experience, a bad customer service experience there. And, you know, it was interesting and it was really educational. And I thought I would share it with you because I think every chain can learn from it. Now, let's keep in mind, Shake Shack is a company that has a really strong customer service ethic. This is very important to their culture. But it wasn't that long ago that I went in and I was waiting for an order. And I had ordered burgers for the family, and I had ordered French fries and some shakes or something. And well, when I got to the counter, I looked in the bag when they called me up, and there was little yellow things, little tubes or vats of yellow stuff in it. And I looked at it, and I said to the guy behind the counter, I said, "Well, what's this?" He goes, "It's cheese for your cheese fries." And I looked at him, and I said, "But I didn't order cheese fries." And he held up the receipt and he said in a really kind of surly voice, "That's what it says on your receipt." Well, I hadn't ordered it. And I started to turn away and I looked at him and I said, "You know, that was the wrong answer." Now, listen, probably the guy I placed the order with screwed it up. I hadn't ordered cheese fries. It did say that on the receipt, but I've never ordered cheese fries in my life. Now, here's the good news. When I actually reached out to the company, they actually responded really, really well, and they came right back to me and said, "Hey, listen, that's not the kind of experience we want our people to have." Not just the store manager, but the district manager got back to me. So they were really good about that. But what it made me realize is how fragile that customer service experience it is. Even for a company that's great at it, that has a terrific reputation. It can happen if one employee's having a bad day, they can kind of screw things up. Now, in this case, I reached out to them, they got back to me, everybody's fine. And in fact, this is a guy, and my daughter tells me, she talks to this guy all the time, he's a really nice guy. He just had a bad day. But the customer service experience is a fragile one. We have to pay attention to it all the time. Companies have to realize that these are the ambassadors for their company, and they can mess it up if they don't get things right. That can happen for companies that have a great ethic. It also can happen a lot more to companies that don't have one. So it's worth always paying attention to. And I thought that was the lesson of my Shake Shack experience. Again, it had a happy ending, but it might not necessarily have had a happy ending if I hadn't reached out to them and if I had just gone home and started to tell people about how lousy the service was at Shake Shack. Anyway, a good lesson for everybody. That's what's on my mind this morning, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.